Now at 11 o'clock, police responded to the area you see right there on your screen. It's Banyan Bay Apartments after a gunshot was fired. That is where we find On Your Side Zach Wilcox. He is joining us live. Zach, what did you learn about that shooting?
Yeah, Destiny, two 13-year-old and a 10-year-old were home alone tonight while their mother was at work, according to JSO, and they got into a safe that had a gun in it. 13-year-old fired one bullet and injured his hand, got hit the upper thigh of his 10-year-old brother as well. So they were taken to the hospital, treated for those injuries. The big thing to note here is that these were non-life-threatening injuries. They are expected to be okay. In fact, I just talked with a neighbor who was the one who actually called it in to 911, who tells me that they will be discharged here shortly and they're with their parents now. Now, police weren't able to tell us why he was able to go into the safe, if it was locked or not, and why he even went to go to get the gun in the first place. They're still investigating that, but they have talked to the 13-year-old. Investigators have about the incident here. Of course, it's all been about diffusing this situation, and I talked to that neighbor who told me that he heard the gunshot, sounded like a bookshelf falling over, and upon hearing that and then some screaming immediately afterward, he was hanging outside, but he ran downstairs and immediately went in and was able to get the kids together and called 911 and stayed with them until police were able to arrive. He told me that there was also a 5-year-old and a dog in the apartment as well, but fortunately they are okay. So police were able to get here really quickly and got the situation under control.
They were already outside. I guess one of the neighbors had come down that looks after them, and you know, the officers gave them medical care. Fire rescue showed up. You know, they assisted and then transported them to the hospital.
Now, that lieutenant wasn't able to tell us at this point if this was an accident, and again, not sure whether or not the safe was locked to begin with here, but you can see that there's still a pretty large police presence on the scene. Several cars that have been out here, and now that they've, according to the neighbor, that they've been discharged, we should have the parents and the kids back home. But the important thing here, again, is that these injuries were non-life threatening. On the south side, Zach Wilcox, First Coast News, On Your Side.